guys, welcome back to Liturgy with Lily. I'm Lily, and I'm so glad that you are joining us again for Holy Week. We have been traveling together the past 40 days throughout the Lenten season and really learning to pray, fast, and give, diving into those different aspects of ourselves and of our faith. And this week is when it all kind of comes to fruition, everything comes together. So we are going to begin that here in just a moment. But first of all, I want to do a quick apology because I just realized that our video for the fourth week of Lent never properly uploaded. So I'm doing that as we speak. That video is uploading. If you want to catch any part of that, we talk about St. Joseph, and we also talk about our wonderful confirmation students. So if you want to catch any of that video, that is being uploaded as we speak. Also, last week for the fifth week of Lent, I was feeling a little under the weather and I did not have a voice to be able to record our usual video. So I wanted to just do a quick apology on that, but we are back this week and better than ever ready for Holy Week. So first of all, we turned a page in the calendar. We are now in April, which is crazy to think about, right? So this coming Sunday, April 2nd, is Palm Sunday. Very wonderful day. Sorry, I'm looking at the gospel coming up. So Palm Sunday of the Lord's Passion. Remember that we start out Mass on Palm Sunday with a gospel reading, and then we will also, during the normal part of the Liturgy of the Word, we will read the Passion. So two different gospel readings this coming Sunday. Keep that in mind. Mass might be a little bit longer, but so full of wonderful goodness. So I'm going to read for you from the Gospel of Matthew. This is chapter 21, verses 1 through 11. And this is when we will likely do the procession with the palms and the gospel reading together. So a reading from the Gospel of Matthew. When Jesus and the disciples drew near Jerusalem and came to Bethphage on the Mount of Olives, Jesus sent two disciples, saying to them, "Go into the village opposite you, and immediately you will find an ass tethered and a colt with her. Untie them and bring them here to me. And if anyone should say anything to you, reply, 'The Master has need of them.' Then he will send them at once." This happened so that what had been spoken through the prophet might be fulfilled. "Say to daughter Zion, behold, your king comes to you, meek and riding on an ass, and on a colt, the foal of a beast of burden." The disciples went and did as Jesus had ordered them. He brought the ass and the colt and laid their cloaks over them, and he sat upon them. The very large crowd spread their cloaks on the road, while others cut branches from the trees and strewed them on the road. The crowds preceding him and those following kept crying out and saying, "Hosanna to the Son of David. Blessed is he who comes in the name of the Lord. Hosanna in the highest." And when he entered Jerusalem, the whole city was shaken and asked, "Who is this?" And the crowds replied, "This is Jesus the prophet from Nazareth in Galilee." That is our first gospel on Palm Sunday of the Passion of the Lord. What a dramatic shift we see from this reading to then the reading of the Passion. These same crowds that are shouting, "Hosanna to the Son of David. Blessed is he who comes in the name of the Lord. Hosanna in the highest." These same crowds are the ones that just a few days later are yelling, "Crucify him, crucify him." And it's crazy to think, but also how often in our lives sadly, do we fall into that same trap? Maybe not as as crazy as yelling crucify him, but denying the Lord and choosing sin over holiness, right? It happens so often in our lives. So this is just a reminder of that dramatic shift that happened during this week, this Holy Week. So Palm Sundays is coming Sunday. And again, just a reminder, this entire week is considered Holy Week. So Monday, we have Monday of Holy Week, Tuesday of Holy Week, Wednesday of Holy Week, and then we come up to Holy Thursday. So before we dive into the beauty of Holy Thursday and the amazing fruits that wonderful day has brought to our Catholic faith, I want to talk about our Holy Week schedule, specifically for our parishes at St. Nicholas and Holy Family. So on Monday of Holy Week, which is April 3rd, we have an 8 a.m. Mass at St. Nicholas. This is because the Tuesday Mass, Tuesday of Holy Week, which is April 4th, the Tuesday Mass has been canceled. There's no 8 a.m. Mass because at 11 a.m. we have the Chrism Mass at the Cathedral in Toledo at Our Lady Queen of the Most Holy Rosary. So Father Scott will be there on Tuesday. Wednesday of Holy Week, April 5th, we have our usual 8 a.m. Mass at Holy Family, and we will also have exposition and adoration. Just a note, but because we won't have Mass on Tuesday and Father Scott will not be here, we will not have exposition on Tuesday. So everything on Wednesday, though, completely normal, usual schedule. Holy Thursday, April 6th, we have a 7 p.m. Mass, evening Mass of the Lord's Supper at St. Nicholas, and Father Steve Schrader will be officiating. And then at 7 p.m., we also have an evening Mass of the Lord's Supper at Holy Family, and Father Scott will be over there. Good Friday. On April 7th, we have 8:45 a.m. morning prayer at St. Nicholas. This is open to anyone. And then we will have two different options for our Good Friday's liturgy. We have 12 p.m. Stations of the Cross will begin and will be immediately followed by the Liturgy of the Lord's Passion at St. Nicholas. So 12 p.m. is St. Nicholas, 3 p.m. is Holy Family, and the same thing, we'll start with Stations of the Cross and go directly into the Liturgy of the Lord's Passion. So that is Good Friday. On Holy Saturday, we have, again, 8:45 a.m. morning prayer. This time it will be at Holy Family. And then 8:30 p.m. we have the Easter Vigil at Holy Family. We will be inviting and welcoming. We will be welcoming two wonderful, wonderful young people. Braxton and Dalton will be joining the Catholic Church at our Easter Vigil at Holy Family. So if you can make it, please come and support these two wonderful young men. We are so excited for them to join us in the Catholic faith. And then Easter Sunday, April 9th, 8:30 a.m. Mass at Holy Family and 10:30 a.m. Easter Sunday Mass at St. Nicholas. Those are our usual Mass times. But lots of wonderful, wonderful liturgies coming up this week. So I wanted to make sure you were aware of that. So now I want to quickly talk about Holy Thursday, the beauty of Holy Thursday. So both of our liturgies start at 7 p.m. Holy Thursday is this beautiful, beautiful Mass. Father Scott and Father Steve will be washing the feet of 12 individuals. And just to remind us of Jesus washing the feet of his disciples. Holy Thursday is also the institution of the Eucharist, right? The Last Supper. It is also the beginnings of the priesthood. So when you see either Father Steve or Father Scott on Thursday, they'd probably be very impressed if you mentioned that to them. But that is the beginnings of the priesthood there, the Last Supper on Holy Thursday. Good Friday, of course, we go into the Passion of the Lord. We go through his story. Also, I wanted to note that we will this year also be doing the 30-hour fast. This is the 12th year we will be doing the 30-hour famine here in our parishes. So that fast, if you would like to join us, at least in the fasting part of it, that fast begins at 6 p.m. on Holy Thursday, and then following the Holy Thursday masses, the kids, the high schoolers that are taking part, will stay overnight at the St. Nicholas Parish Hall. We will be having a lot of different activities. And just spreading the awareness of need and hunger and the beauty of entering into that and to be able to fully understand, at least in some capacity, what other people are going through um, in our world, in our community, even people that are going without. So that is happening from Thursday at 6 p.m. until Friday at midnight. So at our Good Friday liturgies, at the services, you will likely see high school students there collecting donations for different organizations like the food bank and Heartbeat, and we had a few really great ideas come in. So different nonprofit organizations that help those in need. Our high schoolers will be collecting. So if you have a few extra dollars, a little cash on Friday, please make sure that you bring that. And our high schoolers will be at both liturgies to collect any donations that you might have for them. So that is happening on Saturday, April 8th. We have Holy Saturday, which is just a beautiful day where, Jesus was in the tomb. And so it's a day kind of quiet, of preparation for what tomorrow will bring. um, Definitely a day of prayer, right? The apostles were scared, they were frightened, and they hid in the upper room. Um, they didn't know what was coming, what was next. And so it's a day that we remember that, and we dive into some wonderful prayer in preparation of Easter Sunday on April 9th. Wonderful day of celebration. Make sure that you celebrate, and whatever you made your Lenten commitment, whether that be social media or snacking or sweets or coffee, indulge in one of those things. Because Easter Sunday is a day of celebration. We should no longer be fasting. We should be praising and joyful because the Lord has been resurrected. So it's such a beautiful day. So exciting. The Easter season is such a joy-filled, beautiful season. And the fact that it also is like the beginnings of spring, and the beauty that lies in the changing of seasons. So such a wonderful, wonderful day, a wonderful season. But definitely dive in this week to the beauty of Holy Week and all that it has to offer. We have a few opportunities for you guys. So I mentioned the 30-hour fast. Part of the 30-hour fast on Holy Thursday, we will be having a late night praise and worship. So this is from 11 p.m. to 12 a.m. All of our high school students will be taking part, but it's also open to any young adults or any families that are interested. If you're awake, come on and join us. This will be at St. Nicholas. And we will be having some beautiful praise and worship. We will be likely, depending on time, praying the sorrowful mysteries of the Rosary together, and we will also be saying night prayer together. And I mentioned that Good Friday morning, Father Scott is offering morning prayer at 8:45 a.m. All of the high school kids will be joining in that as well. So please take advantage of these opportunities to really dive deeper into what this week has to offer. So I'm so excited. It's such a powerful week. Make sure that you take the time to truly enter in. If you can, make it to all of the masses, all of the services. We have multiple times on Good Friday. So if you have to still work part of the day, try to make it to the 3 p.m. service over at Holy Family. Definitely, if you can make it to the Easter Vigil and support our wonderful catechumens, please do that. And definitely enter in on Easter Sunday. But it's so beautiful to be able to experience the entire Triduum in its fullness. So definitely enter in if you can. So I wish you all a beautiful, beautiful Holy Week. Please know, especially this week, our parish staff will be praying for all of you. Please reach out if you have any specific prayer requests or any special needs during this very holy week. So I hope to see you guys back here next week for our first week of Easter, which is exciting. But definitely take advantage of this week and all the beauty that the church has to offer. All right, guys, I hope to see you soon. Bye bye.